Right, so I just want to show you something on gold, guys. So the market has been bearish on gold. I don't know why people are trying to buy so hard, but this thing is bearish. So without wasting time, just want to show you something real quick, right? If we can, I'm on a 4-hour time frame, by the way. So I just want to show you how the market has been moving. There are some other things that you can argue with, you can fight them with. Let me take you from here. You can see how the market has been making the lower highs and the lower lows, right? There's no way you'll be telling me that you want to be looking for buys on this downtrend. There's no way. Okay, of course you're gonna get a beautiful buy, you're gonna get a beautiful buy, yeah, because we're human, right? We like entering in those kind of trades. I'm not saying it's wrong, no, it's right to do that. You can get those buys. But if you wanna stay in the game for so long, I would prefer to swing on sales. Okay. I prefer to swing on sales than forcing buys, which is not necessary. All right, so I just want to show you the reason why we've been more bearish. I'm going to take you from here when we had this downtrend over here. Okay, we had this V shape over here that created, right? Then the market broke it to the downside, right? That V shape was broken to the downside. Then price gave us another small V shape again here. Then price broke it again to the downside. So I want you guys to pay attention, okay? When the market broke that V shape, the first V shape over here, when the market broke this first V shape, right? So price was just trying to tell us that we are bearish. So meaning that we were gonna be looking forward to look for sales, right? But not immediately until we see what is making sense. Then from there, price gave us again another bearish. So the first break, I always call it a change of character. Okay, so I start making decisions on the second break because the first one is just a change of character. Then the second one is one that I'm going to start deciding what to do. So when the market gave us the second one, what did it do? I want you to pay closely. I'm going to show you something that is really amazing. So over here we had a zone here, a bearish zone, right? There's a bearish order block over here. So this bearish order block, price tapped into it, right? And then after tapping into it, we can see that there was a sign. There was a sign of exhaustion, right? Exhaustion, right? We had a first exhaustion here that was created. I'm going to show you what I'm trying to say by exhaustion. We had this exhaustion inside the order block, right? We had this exhaustion here that was being created. Okay, so when price gave us that exhaustion, we knew that okay, there should be, that's a, which is a rejection. There should be a possibility of price to go to the downside, right? So somebody would take a sell from there. It's okay. Even other people that take a risk, they would actually just sell from here, which is okay. You put your stop loss above there, and then you'll be targeting the lows. Right? Those that are doing risk entries. But for those that are looking for confirmations, which is candlestick pattern or a double pattern, you would wait, right? So if you are looking for the candlestick pattern entry, obviously after this 1, 2, 3 candle, you will be taking your entries here. Okay, after exhaustion, you would of course take your entry there and put your stop loss above there, right? Or second entry will be over here. So meaning your stop loss is above there. Then you'll be targeting the what? The lows to the downside. But in this kind of scenario, you don't just rush to take your trades, right? First of all, you have to look if there's a form of liquidity that was being formed. So over here, we had this fake bearish candle that trapped a lot of people to sell from over here. So this turned into liquidity. So I knew that okay, obviously from there, price needs to what? It's gonna affect people, of course, right, to sell from there. But I'm not gonna sell from there because price will always go to the extreme one. It was possible for price to also come over here, which was going to be a very beautiful sell trade from there. All right, but if I do have already the first zone like this one, the first point of interest like this one, okay, I knew for sure that this one is going to fail. I'm going to take the second one. From the second one, that's where I'm risking. If the second one fails, I take the last one, because for sure the last one needs to work out. But if it doesn't work out, it's okay. It's part of the business, and that's what happens in Forex. It can't be 100% all the time. So let's continue now. I'm going to take this one out. I'm going to take this one out. So when price came inside this area, okay, inside this zone, right, which is, there's our bearish order block over here. So I want you guys to pay attention on what happened. Price gave us exhaustion and started breaking, moving inside sideways, right? It didn't have any direction. So on this matter, I'm going to create again this exhaustion. I'm going to mark it as my point of interest again. Okay, I'm going to mark it again. So meaning that if price comes inside there, okay, I'm gonna begin to take my sales. So what I'm going to do now is to put my sales over here. Then my stop loss, maybe I'm going to put it somewhere just here. Then I'll be targeting whatever my target is going to be. Okay, that's how I'm going to do it. But if it happens that your stop loss maybe is too tight, then price definitely it will take you out. So when now we know that okay, price is now bearish to the downside, let's begin to see what price is now forming. Obviously this is going to be our target. Obviously this is going to be our target, right? So if target has been broken down, there's no way you're still going to be looking for buys. You're still going to the downside, and in between this zone, in between this range here, there is a story that is being communicated in there that you need to be very extra careful when you are trading on the market. Because I'm going to show you something like this. In the first place, somebody would be looking for buys here, a demand zone over here, trust me, and you're going to be looking forward to buy from those areas. Even here, there's another demand zone here that you could be looking forward to buy. So once these zones you see that they're being taken out easily, you must just know that you're on a downtrend. There's no need for you guys like to be looking for buys. It won't make sense at all. It won't make sense. Look at that. It's been broken. Buys are being broken. So what do? You turn the other side, right? You begin to mark the zones that would make sense. First one over here was mitigated. Perfect. It's gone, right? Second one over here, the hidden order block, okay, which price didn't come into. Then I'm going to show you again the other one again, which is another zone over here. Now this zone is a little bit bigger though, right? So I want you to pay attention from this zone over here. Okay, what did price do? Price gave us liquidity over here. Price gave us liquidity over here. Okay, so this is the reason why I would be very much more comfortable to take sales here. Okay, the reason why is because of that liquidity. Okay, then I'll be targeting obviously these lows. So meaning that gold right now is too bearish. You can't tell me about bullish at the moment until I see a sign of bullish. It must give me change of character first, then break of a structure. Then I'm going to begin to buy on gold. But right now I'm still bearish, right? So price needs to come into these lows and take out those lows. If price it happens doesn't take out those lows, and price begins to go to the upside, and price begins to go to the upside, I'm telling you now, this could be the sign that price would start going to the upside, right? So I hope this is making sense, right? So I don't see any reason for somebody to be buying gold right now. I would actually suggest that people must take sales. But if this low fails to hold, then obviously this high must be broken over here. This high must be broken. Then after this high is broken, that's my change of character. I'm not saying that I will begin to start to buy from there. No. Okay, that's where now patience comes in, because if price breaks, that's a change of character. Then let it come back and break again, then we are bullish. Then now whatever it begins to form there, we know that we are going to the upside. But if price continues going to the downside, we're still forming the downtrend, right? So that's about gold, and I hope this information helps you. Please like the video, like and comment something if you've learned something, and share the video, and stay blessed. I wish you well, guys.